The Betrayal Uncovered. Commander Sarah Chen stared at the holographic display floating above her desk aboard the Earth Defense Force flagship Defiance. The classified council documents her team had intercepted painted a disturbing picture that turned everything humanity thought they knew about their place in the galaxy upside down. "Run the decryption sequence again," she ordered, her voice steady despite the growing knot in her stomach. Lieutenant Marcus Reed nodded, his dark fingers dancing across the control panel. "Decryption verified at 99.8% accuracy, Commander. There's no mistake." Sarah exhaled slowly. After 15 years in Earth's defense forces, she had developed a keen instinct for detecting threats. But this was beyond anything they had prepared for. The documents proved that humanity's first contact with the Galactic Council 80 years ago had been built on elaborate deception. The supposedly benevolent alien coalition that had welcomed Earth into the interstellar community had classified humans as a containment species from the very beginning. A soft knock interrupted her thoughts. "Enter," she called. Dr. Elijah Wong, the Defiance's chief science officer, stepped in. His normally calm demeanor was replaced with barely contained excitement. Or was it fear? "You found something too?" Sarah asked. Elijah placed a data crystal on her desk. Communication logs between council representatives dating back 3 centuries before they even contacted Earth. They'd been watching us, studying us, planning for us. Sarah's tactical mind quickly assembled the pieces. "They never intended to help us develop, did they?" "Worse," Elijah replied. "Every technology they shared has subtly redirected our scientific progress away from certain paths that would have made us truly independent and potentially threatening to them." Before Sarah could respond, her comm unit buzzed. Admiral Helena Vasquez's weathered face appeared on screen. "Commander Chen, my office. 1 hour. Bring everything you found." 3 hours later, Sarah sat in a secure conference room deep within Luna Base with Admiral Vasquez and a small group of Earth's highest-ranking military and scientific leaders. The mood was somber as Sarah and Elijah presented their findings. "The pattern is unmistakable," Elijah explained, highlighting sections of data on the main screen. "Each technology the Council shared was designed to make us dependent on their infrastructure while stunting our development in key areas, particularly weapons technology, faster-than-light travel, and certain branches of quantum physics." Admiral Vasquez's expression darkened. "And you're certain about the authenticity?" "Multiple verification protocols confirm it," Sarah replied. "We've cross-referenced with historical records and technological development trajectories. The evidence is conclusive." Intelligence Director Nadia Okafor spoke up. "This aligns with anomalies my division has been tracking. We've decoded warning messages from 3 extinct civilizations, all of which discovered something about the Council's true nature shortly before they disappeared from galactic records." A chill ran through the room. "Disappeared how?" Admiral Vasquez asked. "Unknown, Ma'am," Nadia replied. "But all 3 species raised concerns about Council intentions just before communication ceased. And all 3 possessed resources or strategic positions that the Council coveted." Sarah pulled up a star chart on the main display. "There's more. Earth's solar system sits on a strategic hyperspatial junction. According to these old Council maps, our location connects 5 major trade routes. They've wanted this position for centuries." "How many people know about this?" the Admiral asked after a long silence. "Just the people in this room, Ma'am," Sarah answered. "Good. Keep it that way." Admiral Vasquez stood and walked to the viewport overlooking the lunar landscape, Earth hanging like a blue jewel against the blackness of space. "I'm authorizing Operation Thunderbolt effective immediately. Commander Chen, you'll lead a covert team to gather more concrete evidence. We need to know their true intentions and timeline." Sarah nodded, feeling the weight of responsibility settle on her shoulders. "What about Council representatives on Earth?" "Act normal. Give them no reason to suspect we know anything, but put surveillance on all of them, every move, every communication." As they prepared to leave, Elijah pulled Sarah aside. "There's something else you should know. Ambassador Jackson is returning from Council headquarters tomorrow. My sources say he's agitated about something he witnessed there." Sarah's expression hardened. "Meet me at Docking Bay 5 when he arrives. If anyone knows the truth about what's happening, it's him." Ambassador Timothy Jackson looked nothing like the confident diplomat who had left for the Council Nexus 6 months ago. His frame was thinner, his normally impeccable appearance disheveled, dark shadows beneath his eyes. "Thank you for meeting me," he said quietly after the Council escort guards had departed. "We need to talk." "Not here." 20 minutes later, they sat in a secure conference room deep within Luna Base, electromagnetic scramblers ensuring their conversation remained private. "They're accelerating their timeline," Jackson said without preamble. 3 weeks ago, I noticed Council representatives holding meetings without Earth delegates. When questioned, they claimed they were discussing internal matters. "But you don't believe that," Admiral Vasquez stated. Jackson shook his head. "I managed to place a monitoring device near one of their chambers. They discussed a containment breach and accelerated species management protocols. They mentioned Earth specifically." A cold silence fell over the room. "There's more," Jackson continued. "During my time at Council headquarters, I accessed restricted historical archives. 3 other young species discovered Council deception in the past century. All 3 suffered catastrophic natural disasters shortly after. They're not just containing us," Sarah realized. "They're preparing to eliminate us." Admiral Vasquez stood. "We need concrete proof, evidence that will convince Earth's governments to act." "I might know where to find it," Elijah said. "Our intelligence suggests the Council maintains a secret facility on Titan. If we can get there." Sarah nodded. "I'll lead the reconnaissance team. We need to know exactly what we're facing." "This stays between us," the Admiral warned. "If the Council suspects we know their true intentions, they might accelerate their plans." As they dispersed, Sarah felt a chill run down her spine. Humanity faced an existential threat unlike anything in their history, and time was running out. The insertion onto Titan went smoothly, too smoothly. Sarah's team moved through the methane snow toward the coordinates of the alleged Council facility, visibility limited in the orange haze of Saturn's largest moon. Motion sensors detecting nothing, Lieutenant Reed whispered over the tactical comm. "No guards, no automated defenses." "I don't like it," Sarah replied, scanning the landscape through her helmet's enhanced vision. "Stay alert." They located the entrance, a simple airlock built into the side of a ridge. Again, no security measures. "It's like they're not even trying to hide it," remarked Corporal Zoe Martinez, the team's technical specialist. "Or it's a trap," Sarah countered. Zoe scanned for surveillance. Martinez deployed a swarm of microdrones that disappeared into the orange haze. Minutes later, her expression changed. "Commander, you need to see this." The drone feed showed the landscape from above. What had appeared to be natural terrain features formed a perfect geometric pattern around their position. "It's an ambush zone," Sarah realized. "Fall back now." As if on cue, the ground beneath them rumbled. Panels previously disguised as rocky terrain slid open, revealing weapon emplacements. From the ridge above, silver-armored Council troops appeared, their weapons trained on the human team. "Commander Chen," a synthesized voice called out. "The Council would like to discuss your unauthorized presence on this moon." Sarah's mind raced through options as her team formed a defensive position. They were outnumbered, outgunned, and caught in the open. "Lower your weapons," the voice continued. "The Council wishes no harm to come to Earth representatives." A bitter laugh escaped Sarah's lips. "Like the Arcturus species, or the Vega Coalition. They trusted you too, before they mysteriously disappeared." A momentary silence followed her words. When the voice spoke again, it held a new edge. "You've accessed restricted information. This is most unfortunate. For you, perhaps," Sarah replied, activating her emergency beacon, a signal that would travel faster than light back to Earth. Because now we know what you really are. The Council commander's voice hardened. You understand nothing, human. Your species is young, reckless, dangerous. The Council has maintained galactic peace for 50,000 years. We will not allow Earth to disrupt the harmony we've achieved by eliminating any species that might challenge you. Sarah demanded. That's not peace. It's tyranny. Weapons fire erupted around them. Sarah's team responded with precision, their training evident as they took cover behind the limited terrain features. Squad Beta, flanking maneuver. Sarah ordered. Reed, deploy countermeasures. Lieutenant Reed activated a device on his belt. Suddenly, the Council troops' communications filled with static, their coordinated movements becoming chaotic. They're using quantum scrambling. One of the alien soldiers shouted. Impossible. They shouldn't have that technology. Sarah allowed herself a grim smile. For decades, a secret division of Earth's defense forces had been developing technologies the Council couldn't know about. Project Firewall had been humanity's insurance policy since first contact, a recognition that trust in interstellar relations could only extend so far. Martinez, extraction protocol. Sarah commanded. The corporal deployed a device that burst upward, creating a massive electromagnetic pulse specifically calibrated to Council technology. The alien weapons and communication systems sputtered and died. In the confusion, Sarah's team retreated to their concealed shuttle. As they lifted off from Titan's surface, Council reinforcements emerged from hidden hangars. Too late. Send everything we've recorded back to Admiral Vasquez, Sarah ordered as their shuttle accelerated away from Saturn. And prepare for emergency jump. They'll be right behind us. Lieutenant Reed looked up from his console, his expression grave. Commander, I'm detecting multiple Council vessels dropping out of FTL near Earth's orbit. They're positioning themselves around our defense grid. Sarah's blood ran cold. They're making their move. Contact Luna Base immediately. Tell them to activate Operation Firewall. Earth's fight for survival had begun. Humanity's ultimatum. General Marcus Vega stood in the massive underground command center beneath the Andes Mountains, watching as system after system came online. For 20 years, humanity had been preparing for this moment in secret facilities scattered across Earth and throughout the solar system. Operation Firewall is now active, he announced, his deep voice carrying across the busy control room. This is not a drill. Green status indicators illuminated across the massive displays as hidden bases activated defense systems the Council had never detected. Status report, the General ordered. Colonel Amina Diallo stepped forward. All Phase 1 bases operational, sir. The lunar shipyards report the stealth fleet at 98% readiness. Mars defense grid powering up. The Jupiter and Neptune outposts are online and awaiting orders. The General nodded. And the Sword of Damocles. Fully operational, sir. All 20 platforms report ready status. For decades, while publicly embracing Council technology and trade agreements, Earth had secretly developed its own path. Hidden shipyards had constructed vessels using principles the Council believed humans incapable of understanding. Weapon systems had been designed using physics the aliens thought beyond human comprehension. The communications officer interrupted. Sir, emergency transmission from Commander Chen's team returning from Titan. They confirm Council hostile intent and report Council warships moving into position around Earth. General Vega's expression hardened. It seems they've decided to move against us. Commence Phase 2. Alert all Earth governments to implement the Darkness Protocol. Across the planet, human cities began systematically shutting down all Council-provided technology. Emergency services switched to independent systems, while military installations activated jamming fields to prevent Council surveillance. Sir, Colonel Diallo reported, Council vessels are hailing Earth governments, claiming there's a dangerous technological malfunction affecting their systems. They're offering emergency assistance. Of course they are, the General muttered. How convenient. Status on Commander Chen's team. Their shuttle is being pursued, sir. ETA to Luna Base 12 minutes. Council intercept likely before arrival. General Vega made a quick decision. Deploy Phantom Squadron to ensure their safe return. It's time the Council learned we're not as helpless as they believe. Aboard the Council command vessel Eternal Harmony, Grand Overseer Zoltar observed the holographic representation of Earth with cold calculation. The humans have discovered our intentions earlier than anticipated. He noted to his second-in-command. Accelerate the containment protocol. We cannot allow them to fully activate their independent defense systems. Yes, Overseer, the aide replied. Our vessels are in position to neutralize their orbital platforms. Ground teams are preparing to secure their governmental centers. And the biological agent, ready for dispersal in major population centers. The humans will never trace it to us. As with the others, history will record it as a tragic natural pandemic. The Overseer's expression remained impassive. The Council had performed this duty many times over the millennia, identifying and neutralizing species with dangerous potential before they could threaten galactic stability. Humans had shown particular aptitude for warfare and unpredictable innovation, a combination the Council found deeply troubling. An alarm sounded across the command deck. What is happening? The Overseer demanded. Unidentified vessels appearing from behind Earth's moon. An officer reported, confusion evident in his voice. They match no known configuration. They're not broadcasting recognition signals. Impossible, the Overseer stated. Our surveillance cataloged all Earth vessels. Show me. The holographic display shifted to show sleek, angular ships emerging from concealed lunar bases. Dozens, then hundreds of them. Their hulls absorbed scanning beams rather than reflecting them, making their exact size and capabilities difficult to determine. They're deploying in defensive formation, the tactical officer reported with growing alarm. And sir, we're detecting energy signatures unlike any human technology we've cataloged. The Overseer's composure cracked slightly. Launch intercept squadrons. Neutralize these vessels immediately. Council attack craft streamed toward the unknown human fleet. The Overseer watched confidently, knowing Council technology was centuries beyond what humans could achieve. His confidence evaporated as the human vessels began moving in ways that defied known physics, evading Council weapons with impossible maneuvers. When they returned fire, their weapons cut through Council shields as if they weren't there. How is this possible? He demanded as reports of massive casualties flooded in. The communication officer turned, genuine fear in his eyes. Overseer, we're receiving a transmission from Earth. It's being broadcast on all frequencies, bypassing our encryption. Put it through, the Overseer ordered. The holographic display shifted to show a human female in a military uniform. The Overseer recognized her as Commander Chen, the troublesome human who had led the infiltration team on Titan. Attention Council forces, she began, her voice calm but radiating authority. This is Commander Sarah Chen of the Earth Defense Force. For decades, you have lied to us, manipulated our development, and planned our extinction. We have discovered your true intentions, including your history of eliminating species that discover your deception. The Overseer snarled, cut this transmission. We cannot, sir, the communications officer replied. They've overridden our systems somehow. Commander Chen continued. The Council believed humans to be simple, easily controlled. You thought us incapable of detecting your surveillance, your sabotage of our development. You were wrong. While accepting your gifts with one hand, we were building our true capabilities with the other. The tactical display updated, showing new energy signatures activating throughout the solar system. Hidden bases and defense platforms revealing themselves on Mars, the moons of Jupiter, even in the Kuiper Belt. For each technology you shared to control us, we developed 3 you know nothing about, Chen explained. For each weapon you thought we couldn't conceive of, we built something beyond your understanding. You thought yourselves our superiors, our rightful managers. In your arrogance, you never considered we might surpass you. The Overseer watched in mounting horror as human vessels systematically dismantled his attack fleet. "We have discovered your operations against other species," Chen continued. "The Arcturus civilization, the Vega Coalition, the Proxima Commune, all destroyed when they discovered your true nature. Their surviving records reached us. Their witnesses found sanctuary on Earth. We know everything." The tactical officer interrupted frantically. "Overseer, we're detecting massive energy buildups from platforms in Earth orbit. They appear to be targeting our homeworld coordinates." "Impossible," the Overseer gasped. "No species has ever discovered the location of the Council homeworld." Commander Chen smiled coldly through the transmission. "We've had decades to decrypt your secure communications, Overseer. Nothing remains hidden from us." The display shifted to show massive orbital platforms around Earth revealing themselves, immense weapons unlike anything in the Council arsenal orienting toward distant stars. "These are the terms of humanity," Chen declared. "All Council forces will immediately withdraw from Earth space. You will acknowledge human sovereignty and independence from Council authority. You will cease all operations against developing species throughout the galaxy. You will make reparations to those you have harmed." The Overseer found his voice. "And if we refuse these absurd demands, then the Council will cease to exist," Chen replied simply. "Our sword of Damocles platforms are currently targeted at your homeworld and key Council facilities throughout the galaxy. Unlike you, we take no pleasure in extinction-level events. But make no mistake, we will defend ourselves and other innocent species from your tyranny." The displays showed Council vessels throughout the system being systematically disabled by human weapons that bypassed their most advanced defenses. "You have one standard galactic day to begin withdrawal," Chen concluded. "We will verify compliance. For too long, the Council has claimed to be the galaxy's protector while secretly being its predator. That ends today." The transmission cut off, leaving the command deck in stunned silence. "Options?" the Overseer asked quietly. His tactical officers stared at the displays showing their decimated forces. "The humans have technologies we've never seen before. Somehow they've been developing independently despite our monitoring. I recommend compliance while we assess the situation." The Overseer closed his eyes briefly. In 50,000 years of Council history, no contained species had ever broken free, let alone threatened the Council itself. How had they miscalculated so badly? "Send the withdrawal order," he finally commanded, "and prepare a delegation for negotiations." 1 month later, Commander Sarah Chen stood before the newly formed Galactic Assembly on Earth's neutral orbital platform. Representatives from 24 species filled the chamber, many experiencing their first true freedom from Council manipulation in generations. "Today marks a new beginning for all sentient species," she announced. "The Council's regime of suppression and extinction has ended. In its place, we establish this assembly where all species stand as equals, where technological and cultural development is encouraged rather than controlled." The former Council Overseer, now serving as merely one representative among many, watched with barely concealed anger as his once absolute authority dissolved before his eyes. "Humanity does not seek dominion," Sarah continued. "We seek partnership. But we will serve as guardians against any who would repeat the Council's crimes. Our warning stands. Those who threaten peaceful species will face humanity's judgment." As the assembly erupted in approving sounds from a dozen different species, Sarah reflected on how quickly the galaxy had changed. Humanity had emerged from obscurity to reshape the interstellar order, not through conquest, but by standing firm against tyranny. The stars were no longer dangerous for humanity. Instead, humanity had become dangerous to those who would make the stars unsafe for others. The final warning had been issued. The galaxy would never be the same.